According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, did you know this, that independent mortgage banks lost $1,972 on each loan originated from January to March? That's a 35% improvement from the reported loss of $2,812 per loan in the fourth quarter of 2022. Now, all I've got to say is this. If you run an independent mortgage bank right now, you must really, really love your middle management teams. I mean, why do I say this? Oh my God, because it's true. Check out this graph.
The blue bars are net production income by basis points. You see on the right over there when it goes underwater? That's negative net production.
And that's on a per loan basis happening right now. Now, important to this discussion, see that yellow line that tracks the blue bars? That's loan volume. It should come as no surprise that production tracks profits. The higher production, the higher the profits on a per loan basis, and vice versa. When it goes negative, they all go negative. And it goes negative to the point where we're actually losing money when we're writing loans. Now, the reason for this, guys, is simple. You're not doing enough loans to offset the company's fixed cost. Hence, all that middle management that you must just love because they ain't cheap, and right now they're not covering the nut.
It's not all bad news. 32% of companies were profitable in the first quarter, up from 25% in the last quarter of 2022, and production revenue increased by 40 bips in the first quarter from the previous quarter.
And that's all good news because we're tracking in the right direction. But the biggest silver lining, rather the golden trident with spears on top for independent mortgage banks, is this. Companies who right now have a lot of middle management. Now, if you have a team, if you're running a team, if you're running a region, you better really understand your value proposition. Now, I know everybody feels that they're really important. I get that, I do too, but is that by last month's standards or next month's standards? Because the game has and is changing, transitioning in real time right before our eyes. And right now, with independent mortgage banks being upside down on a per loan basis, they're looking for areas to cut. And right now, those middle management salaries is looking like a pretty juicy starting point.
And secondly, we have enough positive data that affords us to have a little hope that perhaps the worst of this rendition of the market is behind us, that better days are in front of us.
That being like what Joanna said just a couple of moments ago, basis points are up on a per loan basis. That inventory has jumped to $1 million for the first time in a long time, while rates are off their highs that we saw a few months ago.
And even though we're off to a slow spring season, we're moving forward with over 20 states back to multiple offers and aggressive buying tactics and behavior.
And get this, I just got an instant message from one of my friends in the Midwest, and I read about some folks sleeping out to get new homes. Haven't heard that in a long time, but this is out here in California. It's in Missouri. Now, I want to put this market into perspective in a way that perhaps you haven't looked at it before. I also just recently spoke with a great real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona. His name is Tony Ray Baker. Now, he said when the market was crazy hot a couple of years ago for real estate agents, he had to put in 5 offers to get one accepted. That is, to do $26 million in volume means you had to do $130 million worth of work and put $130 million worth of effort in. That's brutal, yet that was the reality of real estate agents in our uber hot markets that we just left. You do way more work per transaction, which brings your hourly rate of pay down. Now, for loan officers, I want you to think of this for a second.
When you were writing $4 trillion in refis, did you ever reflect on the role or the plight of your real estate agent partners out there? Because your situation now has a lot of similarities to those of the agents a couple of years ago.
Your low-rise refi extravaganza painted the refi component of your business into a corner, virtually killing off refinances temporarily.
And with the Fed raising rates, most of your pre-quals are grudgingly perched right back on the fence. This all equates to lots of work with little reward, but don't fret.
Because as we see all the tells coming from the market as we are right now, your pipeline of qualified but dusty borrowers will be your next quarter's record haul. So keep writing these loans. Pre-qualify in earnest and enthusiasm. Get them into your system. Like the market is about to stop minting qualified buyers next week. Because guys, seriously, remember, this is the long game and it all comes back around and it's coming right now, so stick with it. Hope this helps. Thanks. You know, a little personal and professional maintenance is always had when you come to my sales book club, which is every Tuesday. That's tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is show up. We'll read the book, The Ideal Team Player, and there is a ton of information that we can glean from it that'll help you with your business. And who knows, maybe even with your kids or at home, you just never know. But it's fun. Join us, Loan Officers Real Estate Agents, tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific Time. See you then. Hey, listen, you guys have bumped around to a bunch of different companies, which means we don't have the ability to get emails out to everybody on a daily basis with our show. Not spamming, just our show. So when you share our show, it helps us bring the message to more loan officers and realtors out there. So please do us a favor. Share our show wherever you want. It helps us out. Thanks.